The country's largest state, Rajasthan, fulfills 90% of its water requirements from small ponds and underground sources. The extent of nature's fury can be gauged from the fact that only 1% of the country's water resources are available in the state. With scanty rainfall, the availability of water in desert-affected areas like Nagor is still worse. The ponds have shrunk into small pools, and though wells near these get water after natural filtration, but the chances of this water being contaminated cannot be ignored. The groundwater level in the desert areas is extremely low, and whatever little water is available has high total dissolved solid levels. On the contrary, our forefathers had devised a solution to meet the acute shortage of clean drinking water in the desert areas. They had designed a circular storage tank with 8 to 10 feet diameter and 15 to 20 feet depth to collect the precious drops of rainwater. These indigenous tanks, which are locally called tankas, are surrounded by a circular catchment lined with limestone, which slopes towards the center where water is stored in the underground tank. The catchment is cleaned before the onset of rains, and the inlets are covered with a wire mesh which filters the water and ensures proper air circulation. The rooftops are also used as catchment for collection of rainwater. This flawless method of conservation of rainwater ensured adequate amount of drinking water for the whole year for a family of 4 to 5 people in a normal monsoon. Once, these intelligent measures were an integral part of our heritage, but their subsequent neglect has ruined them. Don't get confused that they are digging a well, as the extreme salinity and excessive depth involved, wells are not a plausible solution. Then what are they up to? This is the first step towards mitigating the water crisis. Gradually, the villagers have realized the importance of our ancient wisdom and decided to save the precious drops of rainwater. This change can be witnessed in about 10 villages of Didwana and Ladnu blocks of Nagor District, which is primarily due to the combined efforts of the India Bulls Foundation, Indian Institute of Health Management Research or IIHMR, and Bhoruka Charitable Trust. India Bulls Foundation, which takes upon itself on top priority the social causes, designed the broad strategy and provided financial support for rooftop rainwater harvesting to fight the menace of this grave drinking water shortage.
हम लोगों ने 150 गांव में करीबन बातचीत करी, ग्रामीणों से बातचीत करी, पीएचईडी के ऑफिशियल से बातचीत करी और ये पाया कि 10 गांव ऐसे हैं जिनमें शुरुआत करने की तुरंत ही ज़रूरत है। उन 10 गांव में शुरुआत करने के बाद आज ये प्रोजेक्ट 385 टांके वहाँ पे बन चुके हैं और 90 टॉयलेट बन चुके हैं और बड़ी सफलता के साथ हम लोग इस पायलट प्रोजेक्ट को लगभग पूरा कर चुके हैं। अब हम लोगों की सोच ये है कि हम इस पायलट प्रोजेक्ट के फ़ायदे को आगे 300 गाँव तक पहुँचाएं।
IIHMR formulated the effective execution plan involving active people's participation. Bhoruka Charitable Trust, the sister concern of IIHMR, handled the field activities of the project at the grassroots level. To assess the present situation, door-to-door survey was initiated and water quality testing was done at the various water sources. For precise survey, GPS technique was also used.
In each and every house, a tank of 8 feet diameter and 10.5 feet deep is constructed with masonry wall. Roof is connected with a PVC pipe, 3-inch dia, and in between there is an inspection chamber which is constructed, which contains gravel and gravel of different sizes, so that water can be filtered before entering into the tank. Tank is covered, so it is quite safe. The villagers can use that water without any treatment as such. Of course, if they use chlorine or halogens tablets, then it is quite safe. It is sufficient for 5 persons per family for a total year for drinking and cooking purpose. This design was got approved from IIT.
Small committees for water and sanitation were constituted at the village level, and women participation was ensured to identify the real beneficiaries. People living below the poverty line were given preference, and to create a feeling of ownership towards the created structures, the beneficiaries were told to participate with 40% contribution in the form of labor or material. The balance, 60%, was provided by the organizations.
दूसरा घर में पानी लाना जानता तो कदे मना कर देता, कदे गड़ा कर देता, तो बहुत जीव के माए होती गए भगवान, कदे हमारे भी बनेगा ऐसा। हाँ, तो कदे भी ऐसा हमारे बन गया, तो अब जीवन सुधरिया हमारा। तो सपना का मान देखा था अगर मीठे पानी का अपने भी पानी होएगा, तो वो सपना अब पूरा हो गया है।
Water samples from the local sources and the newly constructed tankas were chemically analyzed. The quality of water from the tankas was much better and up to the mark. The poorest of the poor households, which did not even have a proper roof, were supported by the organizations by providing a tin shade, which not only created roof space for rainwater harvesting, but also the covered area under the tin shade is being used for other household activities. The committee selected a capable and dynamic member for purchase of the building materials and its proper distribution.
कुछ ऐसे भी परिवार थे इन 10 गांवों के अंदर जिनके अंदर उन लोगों की क्षमता नहीं थी कि वो इसके अंदर अपना कंट्रीब्यूशन या अपना योगदान दे सकें। तो इसी तरीके से कुछ समितियों से बात करके, और समितियों ने उन 30 परिवारों का चयन किया गया था, जिनको कुल मिला के 100% जो उनका था कंट्रीब्यूशन उनको दिया गया था टांकों के अंदर।
This is not the end, but just a beginning. Repair of ignored and ruined community ponds and tankas was also taken up. The repair of the catchment area of the local school tank, which was in a state of utter neglect, was undertaken at the cost of rupees 45,000, out of which the villagers contributed rupees 10,000. After ensuring that each and every precious drop of water is conserved and safe drinking water is available to all, the next most important issue to be taken up was health and sanitation. Awareness was created about the proper handling and storage of water. Open defecation is still quite common in the villages. Villagers were explained the benefits of toilet usage and toilets were constructed.
निमट पर जाऊँ जरा, अब रात नहीं 4 बार उड़ जाऊँ, रात की 4 बार उड़ जाऊँ और जंगल लागे कोई। अब बैठ गो और सारे को सारे मार दो, मत जीगियो, कोई महीना 2 महीना 4 महीना जीवा तो आराम हो गयो।
The initiative of providing potable water and improved sanitation facilities has been very successful in the 10 villages of Nagor.
We found that 450 odd kunds that we made this year, all are full because this time we had good rains and it's a water security for the next 1 year, so no problem. So I think it's a very, very successful intervention and it is just piloted. We are very enthused with the success of this and we'll move forward. We'll look forward and it has big policy implications to the state and to the government of India.
This pilot project has given the women more time to improve their life and take better care of their children. Inclination towards education and healthy living has been one of the many positive outcomes of the project. Returning to our roots could be a plausible solution in our water-starved desert villages. With the institutional commitment, optimum resource utilization, and active people's participation, the dream of a healthy lifestyle in the desert can be realized.